Embedding a symbol, take 2. So we briefly discussed in class yesterday why it was important to maybe learn how to embed a symbol. I used the example of a stoplight that we might not want to copy and paste over and over again, or maybe the headlights on a car blinking on and off, maybe a light in a house flickering in an animation. But the example that I ran through in class, things weren't necessarily cooperating correctly for all students. So I wanted to try to go over that information again and maybe break it down a little more simple. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start a new project. The new project is going to be 1280 by 720, frame rate at 30, action script 3.0. And I'm going to go ahead and set my stage to 50%. I'm going to move me so I'm not in my timeline. So I'm going to start with the oval tool, and I'm going to hold the shift key down to generate a perfect circle. Now I have my stroke turned off. You can have your stroke turned on for the project. It's somewhat immaterial. And I'm going to be changing the color. The first thing that I'm going to do, I've made this oval on circle on frame 1. I'm now going to go to frame 2, right click, and I'm choosing convert to keyframes. And essentially what that did was it duplicated what I had in frame 1. Same color, same placement, same size. I'm now going to take the circle that's on frame 2 and I'm going to change its color. I'll just go to blue. That's easy to see. So I have my green circle and my blue circle, and I'm going to do this several more times so our circle is changing colors and flashing. So I'm going to continue, right click, convert to keyframes, and I'll modify the color. You can also use F6 as the shortcut key. So if I play my animation back, you can see we have it going through a series of colors. Now, traditionally when we make a symbol, we're only making a symbol out of one frame. If I were to make a symbol right now, even if I select all my frames down here, and try to make a symbol, it is still only going to be selecting from one frame. So we're going to make our symbol a little bit different. I am going to right click and I'm copying layers. So I copied this entire layer. I'm now going to choose this new symbol button. This is under my library. New symbol. It's going to be a graphic. And I'm going to call it color change. And this stage appears blank. And you can see that this says, this is a symbol, and it says color change. I'm going to paste my layers in here. And let's zoom out so we can see. So when I play, you can see that my animation is playing. And the original layer that was here, I'm going to go ahead and cut that layer. And I'm going to call this color change. I always get that error message because I forget to put the underscore. Can't have any spaces. All right. Now I am going to go back to my stage and oops, I moved that. That was a bad idea. There we go. This is that first circle. I am going to drag in color change. I forgot to make a new layer. Make a new layer. And now I can drag color change onto that layer, and it just pre-populated these frames. So now that is playing in both places. So if I continue to drag these on, it's pre-populating them all on this layer. I think that was the key that I was possibly forgetting to speak the direction in class yesterday, or that we were forgetting to do is when we come back to scene 1, we do want to make that new layer to put our symbol on. And we can put multiples on, and they will just continuously play. If we want to move them, they will all move together. Where here, if I try to move this one, it's only moving that first frame, that frame that I was on. So that's kind of the benefit of this embedded symbol. When I move this one, it's moving the whole symbol. It's moving all of the color change. Where when my cursor was here and I moved this one, it was only moving that one, only moving the one on that frame. So hopefully this makes things a little more simplistic for you to understand. Of course, I will gladly answer your questions in class. I'm going to have you, you're going to redo this activity today, and you will then take a screenshot of this and export your movie. So I will go ahead and I will demonstrate that you are going to take a screenshot. Whoa. Not sure where my animate went. There we go. We're going to take a screenshot. Okay, maybe I'm not going to take a screenshot this morning. Okay, you guys know how to take screenshots to animate. You're going to take that screenshot, and that screenshot's going to go in your assignment, and you are also going to do an export video. I should give this a good title. We'll call it color change. Export. And the assignment is not yet posted on Google Classroom, but it will be. So in your Google Classroom, you are then going to submit on a Google slide. The first slide under classwork, it's going to be under current project. It'll say color change. Your first slide is going to be your screenshot of your work area. Your second slide will be your color change video, where we see the flashing colors. Ask questions as you have them, and good luck.